Hey everyone, welcome to day 27 of the Sculpted Method, our final power flow yoga session. I want you to really try to test your limits today. I'll be offering advanced progressions for some of the poses that I want you to at least attempt. Even if you can't hold that more advanced variation for the entire time, at least you tried it. I also want you to try to find more of a connection in each pose, connect deeper with every movement, use deep, steady breaths throughout the flow, and use that breath to keep you present, to keep you here. If at any point the flow gets too intense for you, you can hang out in your mat on child's pose and pick up with us wherever we're at whenever you're ready. We're going to start barefoot on our mat in child's pose, starting with some breathing. Our Ujjayi breath, which y'all should have down by now, but I'll walk you through it here in the beginning. We're gonna keep this breath throughout our entire practice today. Your knees come out mat width distance, your big toes are touching. Rest your forehead on the mat, crawl your hands out farther, and relax your shoulders away from your ears. Tense up to your fingertips, make this pose active. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our nose. Our breath should sound like the ocean waves, which is what an Ujjayi breath is in the practice of yoga. So take a deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up, breathe deep, and push that same air out through your nose. Take another deep breath in, fill all the way up. Breathe it out. Stay with that Ujjayi breath, in through your nose, out through your nose. Set your intention today for your practice. And check in with your body. Breathe into any areas that feel tight. Maybe do a couple side-to-side rolls on your forehead for a forehead massage. And then on your last exhale, we're going to come back to center into a neutral tabletop position and some cat-cows. Inhaling for cow, dropping our belly, lifting our tailbone, gazes forward. Exhale for cat. Round your spine, push the floor away hard. Keep moving at your own breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Trying to breathe deeper, maybe get a little deeper into each of the poses. You can take some dancing lines here, rolling your upper body and reversing it. Take a couple more rounds here. And then we're gonna come back to a neutral tabletop position. Inhaling, raising our right arm to the sky, stacking our shoulder blades on top of one another. Open your chest a little more. Exhale, thread it through. Right hand comes under left. Staying with our Ujjayi breath. Breathing into our shoulders, any areas that feel tight. Raise your hand up to the ceiling one more time. Drop your right hand. Inhale, lift your left hand to the ceiling. Breathe deep, open up. Exhale, thread it through. Last exhale, then inhale, raise it back up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop your hand back down. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, lift your hips to the ceiling. Gaze comes between your feet, pressing into the mat through the palms of our hands and our fingertips. Take a couple breaths here, and then you can begin to pedal your dog, inhaling to lift, exhaling, melting your heel down to the mat and switching sides, moving with your breath. Try to inhale, raise both toes to the ceiling. Exhale, melt both of your heels down to the mat. Option to reach opposite hand to ankle, taking a peek under your armpit and switching sides. Bring both of your hands back down. We're shifting forward into a high plank. Option to come to your forearms. Shoulders should be stacked over your wrists wherever you are. Pull your belly button to your spine. Push the floor away. Squeeze your glutes. Keep breathing here. We're holding it. Nice, long, steady breaths. Last exhale, we're coming into a chaturanga. Option to take modified chaturanga or full chaturanga. Elbows should scrape your ribs. Coming into a high cobra. Quads are on the mat for this. Pushing through the backs of, or the tops of our feet, opening our chest. Shoulder blades come back to touch. Keep breathing. Gaze is forward. Push your tops of your feet harder into the mat and see if you can lift your chest higher. We're going to tuck our toes, inhale, exhale, lift your hips up and back, down dog. Shifting from a down dog to a plank. Inhale at plank, exhale down dog. Keep moving through that. Slowly, long, deep breaths. Making sure your core stays active the entire time. Last one, exhale, come back into the down dog and slowly tiptoe your feet into your hands. We are grabbing opposite elbow, hanging out here for a second, fold, let any tension release from your neck, your jaw. Keep breathing, allowing your chest to come closer to your thighs, your head to reach closer to the floor. Dropping both of our hands down for ragdoll, releasing any tension from our shoulders. Option to move from side to side. And then come back to center, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach up, look up, mountain pose. Exhale for cactus, arms come out, goalpost arms 90 degrees, shoulder blades come back to touch. Tiny back bend, keeping your pelvis tucked, opening our chest to the sky. Breathing here, maintaining that ujjayi breath. On your next exhale, drop your hands back down to your side. Inhale, look up, reach up, fill up. Exhale, fold forward deep. Inhale, halfway lift, pressing our palms into our shins, flat back, our gaze is down. Exhale, chaturanga. We're coming into our sun salutation A's. Option to come back into a high cobra or a full up dog, staying on your tippy toes, lifting your quads off the mat, pushing our palms into the mat. Gaze is forward, breathing into our lower back. Exhale, down dog. Jumping or stepping forward. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump back, high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Keep moving at your own pace with your own breath, following that same flow. Inhale, half lift, high plank, chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. You can move as fast or as slow as you'd like, as long as you're staying connected to your breath. Try to find a little more connection to your movements today. Deeper breaths today if you can. Last one, jump or step forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. High plank. Chaturanga, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. You can hang out here for a second. In down dog, getting ready to go into our sun salutation B's. If you remember, those start with a chair pose, and we're gonna be going through our first round of the sun salutation B's, holding the poses for a few breaths. Keep breathing here for a couple more breaths. Then we're gonna jump up right into chair pose. Feet are hip width distance, arms come up, opening our chest, reaching our shoulder blades back to touch, sinking deep into our hips like we're sitting into a chair. Keep breathing here, gazes forward, opening up our heart. Staying connected to our breath, using our breath to keep us here. Try to sink a little deeper. Last breath. Exhale, chaturanga, stepping back into a high plank. Elbows hug the rib cage. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, reach your right leg to the ceiling and step it through. Back foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Our front toes are pointed straight. Keeping our front knee bent. For warrior, inhale, reach up. We're holding it here. Our knee is pushing out, feeling that stretch in our hips. Shoulder blades come back to touch. Chest is forward. Try to sink a little deeper. Exhale, chaturanga. We're gonna do that same thing on the left side, flowing through our chaturanga, getting back to down dog. Lifting our left leg to the ceiling. Left leg steps through, front, back toes come to 45 degrees. Front knee stays bent. Breathing here, chest is forward. Feel that stretch in your hips. Push your knee out to the wall. Sink deeper in your hips with every breath. Keep your shoulder blades relaxed away from your ears. One more breath. Chaturanga, we're moving through that same flow at a faster pace. Moving with your breath, jumping forward. Inhale, chair pose, 1 breath per movement. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Jump or step forward. Oh, I'm sorry. Inhale, reach your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, step through to warrior. Sorry, you guys should know the flow by now. I got confused. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg. Inhale, step it through. Exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We're doing it again. Jump or step forward. Inhale, chair. Deep inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Breathe in deep. Exhale, let it all out. Down dog. Inhale, right leg to ceiling. Exhale, step it through. Inhale to rise. Breathe deep. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale to rise. Exhale, chaturanga. Do one more round at your own pace here. Moving with your breath, 1 breath per movement. Breathing in through our nose and out through our nose, staying connected to our breath. Meeting in down dog. Inhale through your nose deep. Exhale, sigh it out, lion's breath. Walking our feet up to our hands. Slowly rolling up to a standing position. Getting ready for our balance poses, grounding down through our feet. Hands come out to our sides. Make sure that you feel the floor beneath you. Extend your spine. Tree pose on the right side. Keep your right foot planted, bringing our opposite foot to our shin or right above our knee. Keep breathing. Stay focused on a spot on the wall or the floor to keep you balanced. Squeezing through our right glute to stay steady and stable, making sure our core is engaged. Hands come to heart center. Option 2, raise your branches. Some days you'll feel steadier than others. Be kind to yourself. Last breath and then shake it out. We're doing the opposite side, staying grounded through our left foot now. Bringing our opposite leg to shin or above the ankle. Stay focused on that same spot, stay steady. If you fall out of it, just get right back in. Hands to heart center. Check in with yourself, make sure that you're breathing. Option to raise your branches. It's also normal for one side to feel steadier than the other too. On your last exhale, shake it out. We're going to reach up, look up, mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward, planting our hands, coming into a high plank position for chaturanga push-ups. We're lowering halfway down, keeping our elbows tucked, and then pushing right back up. Inhaling to come down, exhaling to push up. Keep going. Chaturanga push-ups. Give it everything you have. Option to come all the way down to where your nose touches the mat. Pause and then push up. Do the last few like that if you can. Staying with your breath. Last one. Now hold it in the high plank. Belly button to spine, body's in a straight line. Lower all the way down to your belly. We're coming into locust pose. Extend your arms and legs out, squeezing your lower back and your glutes to lift your chest and everything else off the ground. Option to interlace your fingers behind your back. In through your nose, out through your nose. Stay here, lift higher. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, peel your shoulders away from your ears. Lift everything higher. We're only here for a few more seconds. Drop it back down. Plant your hands, pushing back into a down dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high for three-legged dog. Feel that stretch in your glutes. Bring your chest closer to your thigh. Bend your right knee for scorpion. Toes are pointed. Taking hip circles here. Breathing into your hips. On your last circle, point your toe hard. Peek at it under your left armpit. Getting ready to flip our dog. Feel that deep stretch in your hips. Flip it over. Squeezing through our glutes to lift our hips to the ceiling. Hand points to the wall behind us. Our gaze follows. Squeeze through your heels. Keep breathing. A couple more breaths here and then we're flipping into a side plank. Last exhale, flip it over, staggered side plank, lifting your hips through the underside of your waist. Option to lift your top leg. Keep that top foot flexed. Squeeze your side abs harder. Keep breathing. And chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. Doing that same thing on the opposite side. Inhale, lift your left leg to the ceiling, toes are pointed. Feel that stretch in your glutes. Bend your knee for scorpion and start taking hip circles here, keeping your hips squared to the mat. Point your toes hard, peek at them under your right armpit. Feel that stretch in your hips. We're still breathing, and we're flipping our dog over, lifting with our glutes, pushing our hips towards the ceiling. Deep breaths in and out. Stay here. Just a couple more breaths. Exhale, flip over into a side plank. Lifting through the underside of our waist and lifting our top leg if we can. At least attempting it. Using our core to keep us steady. We're only here for a couple more breaths. And coming back through to a chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Hang out here for a second. Pull your shoulder blades back to touch. We're catching our breath. Pushing the tops of our feet into the mat. Feeling that lower back. Step back into a high plank or a low plank and hold it here. Pull your belly button into your spine. Push the floor away from you harder. Use your breath to keep you here. If you're in a high plank, start taking shoulder taps. If you're in a low plank, start rocking forward and back for like a seesaw. Last couple. Total core lock, stay stable, keep moving. No rocking your hips. Just a couple more breaths here. And take a rest. I'm sweating today. Drop to your knees, stretching out our wrists, pointing your fingers towards you, and leaning back to feel a deep stretch in your forearms and your wrists. Breathe into it. Coming back into a high plank for some core work. Bringing opposite elbow to same knee on the right side. Keep breathing. Keep moving. Engaging that right oblique. And then moving to opposite elbow with that right side. 2 more.
Dropping to our knees, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Sorry if the audio sounds weird, y'all. For some reason, my mic just randomly turned off during this recording. But we're going to take a break and we're coming into camel pose, coming into a high kneel position, placing our hands on our lower back and slightly leaning back, opening our chest up to the sky, keeping our pelvis tucked to protect our lower back, lowering one hand down or the other hand down, one hand at a time. You can also do both hands at the same time for the deepest back bend and stretch here. keeping your shoulder blades rolled back together to touch and opening your chest to the sky, breathing deep. Slowly coming out of camel wherever you're at, and then getting ready for the opposite side, coming back into a high plank position. We'll be bringing knee to same elbow and then knee to opposite elbow, continuing to alternate back and forth. Crunching your obliques, straightening that leg out long each time. Really squeeze your core. Check your form. Make sure you're pushing the floor away from you hard, but you're still keeping your belly button pulled to your spine as you crunch in. Once you finish, you can take a moment to rest on your mat, coming into child's pose or puppy pose, whichever one is calling for you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Sigh it out. We're going to roll over onto our backs for some more core work, placing our hands behind our head, interlacing our fingers, knees come to tabletop position. We're going to do bicycle crunches here, bringing opposite elbow to opposite knee and straightening the other leg out to a hover. Move slow with control, coming back to center each time before crunching to the other side. Using our breath here, coming back to center, inhaling and exhaling to crunch. It's more important to move slow and get quality reps in over trying to bust out a bunch of these and not really feeling the exercise where you're meant to. Try to lift up a little higher, get a little closer to that knee, keeping your low back planted on the mat. Take a moment here, maybe windshield wiper your knees. We're coming right back into another core position, rocking back and forth a few times before landing on your sit bones for boat pose. You can place your hands behind your hamstrings and keep them there, or option to bring your hands out to the side, straight out to the sides, reaching long for your heels, continuing to lean back at an angle, keep your toes pointed, engage your core, and keep breathing. Option to bring your knees in and out here, leaning back as you extend and crunching in. Move with your breath, move with control. We're all done with our core work now. We're going to come back to our mat, going into an inversion of your choice. Option here to take waterfall like we did together the first couple of weeks, or if you want to practice your headstands, now is the time to do that. Place your elbows on the mat, grab both elbows to make sure that you're the proper distance, and then make a cradle for your head with your hands by interlacing your fingers and resting the top of your head in your hands so that you can see through your legs to your feet. Come up onto your tippy toes and slowly begin to walk your tippy toes into your chest as close as you can get it, activating your core, feeling your lower core engage as you get closer, and walk it back and forth. If that's all you can do today, stay right here, or option to jump up into a tabletop position headstand. You can slowly test your balance by raising one leg at a time and then raising both legs, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your core, squeezing everything to keep you stable and straight. Continuing our deep ujjayi breaths here. If you fall out of the headstand, just come back into it, or option to take waterfall if you'd like.
If you're in waterfall, you're in deaf yogi, bringing your knees to your ears, or putting your legs straight behind you, coming to your tippy toes straight behind your head for plow, feeling that deep stretch. And then wherever you're at, you're gonna come out of it Slowly rolling back down to your mat, one vertebrae at a time, or coming out of your headstand slowly, and then rolling over to our backs. We're going to do some cool down stretches, taking a moment here to just breathe, straightening our legs out, shaking it out. We're going to bring our feet to the mat and cross our right ankle over our left knee for a figure 4 stretch. Our straight legs, toes are pointed towards our face. Breathing into our hip. Releasing any tension from that hip. A couple more breaths there, and then switching sides whenever you're ready, shaking it out, and then crossing opposite ankle over opposite knee. Hands are interlaced behind your hamstrings. Last exhale, coming back down to our mat, shaking it out. We're going to straighten both of our legs, and we're coming into a supine twist, hugging our right knee to chest into our armpit. Inhale, exhale, drop your knee to the side, gaze the opposite direction. Using your breath to bring that knee closer to the mat. One more inhale and exhale. And we're coming back to center. We're doing supine twist. On the opposite side, straighten that leg out. Hug the other knee into your armpit. Inhale deep, exhale, drop your knee to the opposite side. Gaze the other direction. Make sure your shoulder blades are planted on the mat. Deep breaths. Last exhale, come back to center. Grab the outside of your shins or the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Pushing your knees into your armpits. Straightening one leg at a time or both legs for happy baby. And then go ahead and drop your legs out straight. Arms come out wide, legs are out wide. Coming into a Shavasana, closing our eyes. Releasing any tension that you have in your jaw or behind your eyelids. Allowing our breath to return to normal and melt into our mat. We're not holding on to anything. We're letting everything go. Relax. There's no more work to do. And just breathe. Slowly start to wake yourself up, bringing your awareness back to your fingers and your toes. Maybe taking some wrist circles, some ankle circles. And then coming into a seated position whenever you're ready. Thank you for showing up for yourself. I'm so proud of you for being here. Tomorrow we have a glute day, our last glute day. So make sure you hydrate, make sure you eat some protein because we're turning up the heat a little bit for the last one. Thank you. If you completed today's workout, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. I love to cheer you on and celebrate your progress with you. And I'll see you tomorrow.